Is every death due to murder predestined? How is our past life karma related to abuse and murder? If murder or abuse is part of our destiny or part of our karma, can we break that karmic pattern? Can we break that karmic contract that we have with the murderer from our past lives or with the abusers? If we have broken that karmic contract with our murderer or abuser by our own without dealing with them, but if they are not willing to forgive us, do we still have to deal with them? Do we still have to deal with that particular karmic contract again in our next lifetime? So in this video, I'm also going to share a case study done by a past life regression therapist, a psychotherapist, and a real incident. I'm going to give you an example about a real murder. Okay, so if you're interested with this topic, stay tuned till the end of the video. Hi, I am Radhika Lakshmanan, and I'm a karma transformational guide, and I help people to break their bad karmic patterns and heal their emotional wounds through unique regression therapy, and I teach people advanced meditation as well. Many believe that every death is predestined. Some deaths are predestined, meanwhile some others not. Our souls have multiple exit points in our life. Exit points means potential death throughout our life. So there's multiple exit points throughout our life, and astrologically these exit points are influenced by the planetary afflictions and our past life karma. So I'm going to speak about murder and toxic relationships, dysfunctional relationship, abusive relationships here. So many murder and abuses and highly toxic or dysfunctional relationships usually happen due to strong past life karma between the murderer and the victim, between the abuser and the victim. Okay, between the perpetrator and the victim. So there is an unhealed karmic contract, karmic conflict between the perpetrator and the victim for many lifetimes, or from one lifetime, from our past lives. Okay, so there's possibility of two scenarios here. Okay, in the first scenario, the murderer and the victim can reborn in this lifetime with the same role, where the murderer from past life might try to murder the victim in this lifetime again. And there's a second scenario where the murderer and victim is reborn, where the roles are exchanged, where the victim in past life might try to murder the murderer in this lifetime. And this karmic pattern will continue in every lifetime until one of them or both decide to break that karmic pattern. The same is applicable for abusive relationships or dysfunctional or toxic relationships. In abusive or toxic relationship, there is a strong past life karmic contract between the perpetrator and the victim. And when I say abuse, it is not only physical abuse but also emotional abuse. Constant cheating, constant betrayal, silent treatment, constant criticism, constantly mocking each other, constantly nitpicking on each other, humiliation in a relationship, constant manipulation, control, where they control what you see, what you eat, who you see, what you do all the time. Okay, that is an abuse as well. That is an emotional abuse. Okay, so in an abusive relationship, in a dysfunctional relationship, especially if it's a romantic relationship, usually the strong karmic bond between the couples is misunderstood as love. The strong karmic pull between the couples will appear as strong sexual attraction. Okay, the sexual attraction is due to the strong karmic pull that they have with each other from their past life. They could have been enemies in their past life. They are definitely enemies in their past life. Okay, so, but there will be sexual attraction between both of them, not out of love, but out of strong karmic pull between both of them. And this strong karmic pull between both will be misunderstood as love. Okay, so the victim will find it very difficult to leave that abusive or dysfunctional relationship. Okay, there will be constant breaking up and constant patching up. Constant breaking up and constant patching up. They will be stuck in that karmic cycle, and the karmic cycle will repeat over and over again. So the victim will find it very difficult to walk away from the abuser or perpetrator, despite being in a very dysfunctional relationship, because that is trauma bond. Psychologically, we call it as trauma bond. Spiritually, we call it as past life strong karmic contract. Past life karmic bond. Bad karmic bond. Not a good one. Okay, and that's the reason you see many spouses end up murdering their partners. Many people end up murdering their partners. That is because they have unhealed past life conflict, unhealed strong past life karmic contract. And this equation between the murderer and the victim, between the abuser or the victim, between the perpetrator and victim, will continue for many lifetimes until one of them or both of them break that karmic contract. If abuse or if dying through murder is in my destiny or is part of our karma, can we break that karmic contract? Can we break that bad karmic pattern? Yes, we can. We can do it through many different ways. So that is very subjective. We can do it through emotional healing, inner work, shadow work, self-awareness, meditation. I'll explain to you why shortly. Meditation, self-awareness, past life regression therapy, advanced rituals, or with the help of certain advanced celestial beings or deities or ascended masters' guidance. Now, why do I say meditation or self-awareness is important here? Now, before that, I usually suggest the combination of emotional healing or past life regression therapy, because past life regression therapy is connected with emotional healing as well, right? So emotional healing, meditation, and advanced rituals. Okay, so why did I say that self-awareness or meditation is important? Self-awareness, meditation will help you to be more self-aware, will raise your self-awareness, will help you to be more present and mindful. Why? How does it help related to murder or abuse? Say, the divine, I've mentioned this many times, the divine will appear in any form. And the divine's message will appear through many forms as well. So the divine intelligence will try to give us warning, will try to help us to break that bad karmic contract related to murder or abuse many times in our life. The divine intelligence will try to send us message or warning related to that murder or any other types of death due to bad karma through many different ways. The warning signs and the help can come through signs and synchronicities, through people's advice, through our dreams, through our intuition, our gut feelings, and many more. So you need to pay attention to those warnings and signs given by divine intelligence, the divine intelligence will try to warn you that such murder or abuse is going to happen through many different ways, many different forms. And you have to be mindful and present enough. You need to have a high self-awareness to be mindful and present enough to notice that warning signs and to notice the solution to break that bad karmic contract. Before the end of the video, I will share with you a real life incident where somebody was murdered and that person could have been saved if he paid attention to the warning given by the divine. So if you ignore those warning signs given by divine intelligence, you might end up becoming a victim of those unfortunate events. And that's the reason meditation and self-awareness is extremely important. Many of us ignore those signs. We try to rationalize those signs that we get from the divine intelligence. We try to brush off our intuition. Okay, when something tells us, when our gut feelings tells us that something is not right with the person, or we should not go to certain places, we brush it off, we ignore it. We think that's just our illusion. So if you ignore those signs, those warning signs, you might end up becoming a victim due to those unfortunate events. However, if you manage to pay attention, if you manage to notice the warning from divine intelligence, those signs from divine intelligence, and take action accordingly, you will successfully break the bad karmic contract that you have with the murderer or perpetrator. So the next question is, if I have healed myself and have broken the karmic contract with that murderer or perpetrator or abuser through either emotional healing, past life regression therapy, or ritual or self-awareness, but if that murderer or perpetrator or abuser didn't heal, will I still have to continue that karmic contract with them in the next lifetime? If I have forgiven my murderer from my past life, if I have forgiven the abuser, but if they didn't forgive me, if they didn't realize their mistake, and if they haven't healed yet, will I still have to continue the karmic contract with them? Is that karmic contract with them still active? The answer is no. Let me explain to you why. You don't have to deal with them to break that karmic contract. Which means, let's say this murderer from your past life, all right? And somebody has warned you that you're going to be murdered soon. Let's say the divine intelligence have given you the warning that a murder is going to take place. A potential murder is possible in the future. So let's say you have done your inner work. You have healed your past life emotional wound and have broken that karmic contract. That simply means you have broken that karma permanently. You don't have to deal with the murderer or abuser to heal yourself, to break that karma. So if you have forgiven and healed yourself, but if that particular murderer or abuser or perpetrator didn't heal, or didn't forgive you, or didn't realize their mistake, they will have to continue that particular karmic contract with someone else who matches their karma, who matches their karmic frequency. It means that particular bad karmic contract is no more active for you, but it is still active for them. So they have to learn their lesson with someone else, through someone else who matches their karma, who matches their karmic frequency. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? So you don't have to worry about it, because you have broken that karmic pattern and have evolved to a higher frequency. So the murderer or the abuser doesn't match your frequency anymore. So they will not be able to bother you anymore. Even if they disturb you, there will be no strong reaction from your end, because you have successfully healed yourself and have successfully broken the karmic contract with them. We call this as evolution, spiritual awakening, spiritual progress. Next question: what are the things that can make your karmic contract or karmic pattern with that murderer or abuser stronger? What are the actions that can make your bad karmic pattern with that particular murderer or abuser stronger? The more you hold grudges against that particular murderer or particular abuser, the more stronger the karmic contract will be with them. Before someone murders you, right, there might be some conflicts between both of you. Am I right? Usually, there are exceptions, okay? So, the longer you hold resentments towards these people, towards these perpetrators, the stronger the karmic contract will be between you and the perpetrator or the murderer or the abuser. The more you try to control them or hold on to them, especially in toxic, abusive, dysfunctional relationships, the stronger the karmic contract will be between you and the other person. The longer you avoid doing your inner work, your emotional healing, the longer you will be stuck in that bad karmic cycle. And that will make the bad karmic contract between you and them even stronger. So if one gets murdered in this lifetime, the murder will continue over and over again in the next lifetimes as well, until one of you become wiser and decide to make a wiser choice to break that karma, to break that karmic pattern. And then you will be a free bird. You will be liberated from that abusive relationship or murder or any other type of bad karmic death due to bad karma. Okay, and that's the reason it's very important to do our inner work, our emotional healing. It's very important not to hold grudges against these people. It could be an abuser, it could be a bully who constantly picking on you, it could be an enemy who's constantly having this rift with you. You need to heal. You need to heal those emotional wounds. You need to do your inner work to break that bad karmic contract with them. Otherwise, it might end up becoming a murder or end up becoming an abuse, constant torture. Now I'm going to share with you a case study, a real case study, okay, done by a famous, a well-known psychiatrist and a psychotherapist called Dr. Brian Weiss. Dr. Brian Weiss have healed many of his clients' bad karmic patterns, past life trauma, through past life regression therapies. So this one case study is about a woman, it's about his client who was in a very abusive relationship, in a very toxic relationship. So her current boyfriend is very abusive, emotionally abusive and physically abusive as well. Despite being in a very abusive relationship, she was not able to walk away from that relationship. She was constantly breaking up and patching up, constant breaking up and patching up. It was a trauma bond. Okay, so in the past life regression therapy, Dr. Brian Weiss found out that her current abusive boyfriend was her enemy in her past life, was her murderer in her past life. She has been murdered by him in two lifetimes, two past lifetimes. So once Dr. Brian Weiss healed that past life trauma, she successfully broken that karmic contract with her boyfriend, with her past life murderer. Guess what happened later? She left that boyfriend permanently because she has broken the karmic pattern. She has broken the karmic contract with him. So she left him permanently this time. And several months later, she met her true love. And now she's happily married with her true love. Okay? So, if that client didn't heal her past life karmic contract with her murderer, she would have been murdered again in this lifetime. But she successfully broken that karmic contract with Dr. Brian Weiss' help. So you see the power of healing. You can heal it through many different ways. Now I'm going to share with you another real life incident that happened recently. I'm not going to mention name. Recently, a very well-known political activist in the US was shot in one university in front of almost 3,000 audience. He usually gives speeches in many universities. So he was a very religious person. So many people were like, why God didn't save him? That's not true. The divine intelligence warned that guy about this death 6 months ago. 6 months ago. 6 months ago, a security expert warned this guy about this murder. The security expert told this guy, if you don't get a tight security, you will be definitely murdered in one of those upcoming speeches of yours in those universities. You will be definitely murdered by one of those nutcase students. They will definitely end up shooting you. He gave him an accurate predictions, better than some astrologers. Accurate predictions. Okay, so the security experts suggested him to have this, metal panel screening for guns, and to wear some glass panel to protect himself from any type of bullets. However, the political activists ignored that warning. And I'm very sure the divine intelligence would have warned that political activities through many other people, through many other forms, through many other ways. The divine intelligence might have even tried to stop him from attending that event, but he would have ignored it. He would have brushed it off. Unfortunately, he ended up becoming a victim of that unfortunate event. So that's the reason it's very important for us to do meditation and have high self-awareness and to pay attention to the divine's warnings through many different forms. Can be through an idea, can be through intuition, through your guts, through people's advice, suggestions, through your dream, and many more. You have to be present and mindful enough to receive that message and take action accordingly. If you do that, you will definitely break that karmic contract successfully. Okay? So let me know what you think about this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me thumbs up. Please tell me, have you received any warnings from the divine intelligence related to certain issues? And what did you do? Let me know in the comment sections and let me know about your opinion about this issue. Please share it with others. Let them know about this issue. Help them to break their bad karmic contracts. So thank you.